This is another video in the series of Sheldon's computer migrating from an old laptop to a new laptop and whether or not we're actually going to do the migration or just fix the issues with the old laptop. Uh, that's really neither here nor there for the purposes of this video, but I need to obtain an understanding of the cloud services that Sheldon is using. So I'm going to let you watch the process of doing that and hear me thinking out loud about how we're going to handle this. So let's switch over to Sheldon's computer. Which button do I have that on again? I think it's this one. Yes, there it is. So moving the mouse down here to the system tray in the bottom right corner and considering each of these little icons. It's a control center. That's, I think, for a brother printer and battery. And here's Dropbox. So Dropbox is one of the cloud services. Dell Audio, and then there's just the volume and Meet Now. And then if I click on the overflow menu, here is Google Drive, so that's one of his clouds, and something just went away. Windows Security, Bluetooth, and Google Drive unable to connect. Well, that's interesting. There's two things for Google Drive. And OneDrive is not even there. So OneDrive comes with Windows 10 and it comes with Microsoft 365, but it's not showing up as an icon down there, so I'm suspecting it's been uninstalled, which indicates he's not using it. So I'm going to hold down the Windows key and press the letter R. Yeah, I got to do that on the right keyboard, don't I? Windows key and the letter R. appwiz.cpl, it's already in there because I've gone into there for some other purpose. And I want to see if OneDrive is in here. There is OneDrive, so it is installed. It's just not active in the system tray. Microsoft Teams. Oh, he does use Microsoft Teams. He mentioned that. All right. So OneDrive is installed. It's not showing up down there. Now I'm going to go into File Explorer by holding down the Windows key. Press the letter E, and then scroll down to the C drive and expand the C drive, and then expand users, and then single left click on his profile name, which is Sheld, an abbreviation of Sheldon, and let's actually expand that section. So now I'm looking at these. 3D objects, contacts, documents, downloads, Dropbox. There's Dropbox. So how much is in there? I'm going to right click Dropbox and then properties. 1.64 gigabytes. Okay, fair amount of stuff. He's already given me an indication that that might be somewhat obsolete, and I'm going to be recommending whatever he cares about in there, we move it somewhere else and not have Dropbox installed on the new computer. Or if he stays with the old computer, uninstall it to reduce the load on the computer. Then there's Google Drive not syncing. So there's some stuff in there, not a whole lot. Right click on that, choose properties, and see how much is in there. Drag it out of the way. Looks like it might go for a while. So looking at the rest, here's a OneDrive, and it's in blue, which actually indicates that it's active, I think. Right click on OneDrive, choose properties. Maybe they just have the icon turned off. Pictures, saved items, saved games, searches, videos. Okay. So that's all the clouds. Let's I don't think I left Dropbox open, did I? Alt-Tab to see what I left open. No, I didn't see Dropbox. I didn't leave Dropbox open. So let's take right-click on Dropbox and then Properties and keep that one open too. So now I'm going to minimize File Explorer so that I've got all three of these cloud properties windows open, and they're not finished. Dropbox is finished, but OneDrive and Google Drive are still climbing. Now the fact that Google Drive is not syncing is a concern, indicating that there's a problem there, and maybe he's not even getting a valid backup from Google Drive. There's also a Google Drive unable to connect. I'm going to right click on that, unable to connect. So I was wondering when I first saw that there were two Google Drive icons, does that mean there's two different Google Drive accounts? I don't think that's the case, because if that were the case, we should see more than one Google Drive in here. Now this Microsoft OneDrive, I've never encountered that before with the icon not showing in the system tray. So I'm going to right click on this overflow menu and choose taskbar settings and see if that icon is just turned off. And automatically hide, peak, notification area. I think we go into this one for select which icons appear in the notification area. Okay, so is there a OneDrive in here that's turned off? No. Meet Now, Volume, Realtek, Dropbox, Power, Network, Windows Explorer, Google Drive. So that doesn't explain anything. All right, I'm going to close that and go to the Windows Start button and scroll down to OneDrive. There's a OneDrive. Click on that and see, that takes us right into that folder. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Documents, Music. So that Documents looks like a filing cabinet. It doesn't look like a folder, so it's a little misleading. OneDrive isn't signed in. Well, we've recently changed the Microsoft account password. That might be causing a problem. All right. Now, did that come up because I was accessing it from here? Well, now that shows us 23 gigabytes. All right. I'm going to click OK on that. And I'm expecting it'll, oh, there's the OneDrive icon down here. Yeah, so I think we need to get signed in there. Oh, the OneDrive icon went away. There it is. Signing in. So it said signing in and then it disappeared. What's that about? Let's go back over here to OneDrive. Oh, there we go. Please enter your sign-in info to start syncing again. Well, why don't you give me a window to do that? Oh, now you're going to. Okay. That's good. So I'm looking over to my notes to see the new what the new password is. Sign in. There's a OneDrive icon saying it's not signed in. Might take a minute to accomplish that. So while we're waiting on that, what I think I'm likely going to be recommending for Sheldon is to consolidate down to one cloud service unless there is a need to keep them separated. If there is a need to keep them separated, or even if there isn't, I think I'm going to want Sheldon to be aware of how to pause them so that when he's doing something that he doesn't want sluggishness to occur, that he should put the synchronization on pause. I'm not certain that's going to be important with the new computer, but if he stays with the old computer, certainly it will be. So that still hasn't come up. Let's see what happens if I right-click on that icon. OneDrive isn't connected. Sign in to OneDrive to get started. You know what? Before I go further with that, I'm going to do this close OneDrive right here. And close OneDrive. And I want to go see if and access the OneDrive through the web account and be sure that that is current day content. Sync your profile. Sheldon Baker's Dylan has signed on this device, so we've also signed you into Microsoft Edge. We'll sync your favorites, passwords, and other browser data. Yeah, I think that's okay. All right, so in the address bar, office.com. And over here, this should be sign on. Double check and make sure I've got that address right. Yes. So it's his email address, but his email is not hosted by Microsoft. So his email account is not in here. It just uses his email address that's hosted by Gmail as his Microsoft account. Now here's the OneDrive. I'm going to switch to a different camera view. Oh, doggone it. The way I've got these set up, I can't do that. How am I going to do that? Whoops, wrong computer. Here. I'm not going to try explaining to you how I have this set up differently. Oh, you know what? No, OneDrive's okay because he's already told me that file names within his directories are okay to be displayed. So I'm going to click on OneDrive. And that'll show us what's on the web-based OneDrive account. So, group sharing, close that. Premium OneDrive features. We've got 1 terabyte of space. And then over here it shows that we've used 20.8 gigabytes of the 1 terabyte. So 1%, 2%. We've used 2% of the space, looks like. In fact, this little blue dash right here, This is a graph that goes all the way across here, and it's showing that we're only using that much. And I did verify, if you heard me on a previous video for Sheldon's computers, the contrast on this screen isn't quite right. On the actual laptop, the very light shadow of that graphic is probably visible, because that other thing for sorting the email by newest to oldest or oldest to newest, that is visible on the laptop, but it's very faint. All right, so what I want to find out here is, is there recent data in here? If we click on recent, the most recent is 2017, which means he has not been using OneDrive for a long time. Okay, but he has lots of OneDrive space available. Now I know that they use Google Drive and they share files and folders in Google Drive. So I'm thinking we probably don't want to activate OneDrive. We should consider that there's so much in there. Does that need to be safeguarded somewhere? So let's go look at Google Drive. Let's see, there's Dropbox, and Google Drive was having a problem connecting. We haven't changed the password for his Google account. Get me out of the way, huh? Quit Google Drive, about Google Drive. So somehow Google Drive isn't working. So let's go into Google Chrome and then go to the tic-tac-toe icon and try going to Google Drive from here. Here's the tic-tac-toe and Drive. That went in to the web interface for Google Drive just fine. So trying recent over here, and we have February 2021. So Google Drive seems to be working. 58% storage available. So we're not running out of space. I would say Google Drive is the winner. We'll stay with that. But what about this failure over here? There's a sign in. That one unable to connect. So how about if I check to see if this recent one is actually on the computer? This isn't really telling me what folder it's in. Now this with multiple people is indicating they're shared. So those might not be stored actually on Sheldon's drive. They may just be shared. See, these don't have the multiple people. How about let's see if Pooh and Piglet difficult day doc. Oh, that sounds fun. I want to know what that story is. And that should be in my drive documents. So Google Drive not syncing. That's the only Google Drive in here. And then my documents. And I don't see that document. Oh, that's multiple people. So that's probably shared from someone else. Multiple people, multiple people. Last modifieds. This folder is shared online. So all these folders are shared online. Okay. And there's no indication here that there's a sync failure. Well, why not? If it says not syncing right here, there should be some indication on these files. I just do not like that. There's a 2020. There's a 2021. There's no person on that. So that means what? That these aren't shared or that they're not synchronized. Let's go see if we can find Angela Steffens. It was in here. Alt tab going back here to remind me it was a folder called Angela Steffens. So these folders are in alphabetical order. Angela. I do not see Angela. We're in Baker Dillon group. In proper case wording, not the ones that's uppercase. So I'm guessing that this icon that looks like a person is indicating that they're successfully synchronized and these others are not. So Angela, how about alternative therapies and Alameda? Nope. So this jumps from 2016 tax to American Home Shield. 2016 tax to American Home Shield, sure enough. So I think all these ones that don't show a profile there have not synchronized to Google Drive, which means they're not backed up. That's not good news. Now, why is this not syncing? Google Drive up here, on the web view. Google Drive there, unable to connect. Single left click on that icon, we've got to sign in. So let's try that. I'm not confident of what Sheldon's Google password is. Email or phone. Okay. Whoops, wrong keyboard. Delivering, how to go about this. Choose an account. There are 2 existing Google accounts for Sheldon and Baker Dillon. Which account do you want to use? A Google Workspace account owned by Baker Dillon, a personal Google account, an account you created with Google. It should be the workspace account, because I've seen plenty of references to the workspace account. And if I come back down here, doesn't this confirm workspace account? We saw shared folders. Here we have Baker Dillon Group, Google account, manager Google account, Sheldon Baker G-Temp account. That's a domain name that I recognize as being a workspace feature or evidence, I suppose I should say. This account is managed by Baker Dillon. Boom. That means it's not a personal account. So let's go. I didn't click solidly on that correct one. I'm a little concerned about that. Google Drive, does this? I just tried to click to activate that window. So I'm going to cancel out of this and go back through that sequence again. So I did that from over here. Left click on this guy and then sign in. Can you get out of the way, please? Thank you. Wrong keyboard. I've lost count. This is like my 6th video today. Sheldon at I'm getting a little dingy, I think. Yeah, okay, so I clearly want to be choosing this one. It doesn't even highlight around it. So there's a click. Now, what is his password? This is worrisome because I do not like being wrong. It can lead into troubles. Wow, I have so many different possibilities. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'm going to try logging into the account on one of my computers over here because I do not want to expose too much on the video. So the way I'm going to do that is open a different browser than what I'm logged into for my Google account and go to google.com. So this should be the same password as he uses for his Gmail, but he never has to type that in. And we've already had enough troubles with incorrect passwords. Actually, so much so that we actually reset the Microsoft account password because we could not get the right one. Okay, so on my computer, it's asking me also for, here we go, the Google Workspace account. So I'll click on that. And then I'm going to attempt one of the possible passwords he gave me. And I'm going to try this one because it most correctly follows the rules for for passwords. Wait, are you kidding me? Did that work? Yeah, right over here. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's incredible. That's just incredible. Making a note on my paper for which one it was. The first one I tried. Because many of these passwords do not meet the complexity rules, but that one meets the complexity rules really well. All right, so then I'm going to sign out, then come back to Sheldon's computer and put in that password. And see if that works. Verify you. Device isn't recognized. Check your Galaxy S9. Google wants to make sure it's really shown. Google sent a notification. Tap yes on the notification. Then tap 7 on your phone to continue. So let's call him. So he's not going to know that he needs to tap 7. Hello. Hi. This is Doug. Hey. I've got a recording going right now, so your voice is on recording. I am trying to fix the Google Drive account, and you should have just received a notification to your Galaxy S9 phone. Is that what you have?
What is it?
Do you have a Galaxy?
Galaxy 9, yes.
Galaxy 9? Okay. It should have sent a notification to you, and it wants you to tap yes on the notification and then tap 7. I don't think it's obvious on your phone that you need to type 7. I think.
The number 7.
Yeah, the number 7. Oh, wait,
So,
what?
hold on.
And I think yeah.
Let's see. All right, we got Google. I guess I'm going to hit check activity, huh?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to come through as a notification.
It is.
Okay. So then.
So I need to check activity to make sure, I guess it was me. Let me click on that.
Oh, yeah. The activity, it's telling you, it's giving you some kind of indication about me trying to sign on to a device from my location. It doesn't recognize.
So yes, it was me.
Yeah.
And then nowhere does it say type in 7.
Is there?
It just says thanks for confirming it was you.
Okay, let's stay on that screen and let's see. Google sent a notification. Type yes on the notification and tap 7 on your phone. Tap 7 on your phone to continue. So you don't have any number pad visible right now on your phone, is that right?
Now it also says before you go, keep your account safe, take the security checkout. Should I click on that?
No.
Okay.
No, that can be done another time. Okay, so
yeah.
Once you type the number 7, my screen should advance to the next step. But you clicked yes on a notification saying it was you, and then you didn't get to it. It seems to me that what it should be showing at this point is a few numbers. maybe
No,
not.
Doug, it just says, thanks for confirming it was you. This helps protect your account. And then there's a blue shield with a check mark in the center of it. And then it goes on to say, before you go, keep your account safe. Take the security checkup.
That blue shield with a check mark?
Yeah.
There isn't some way that check mark might look like a 7?
An upside down and backwards one.
Yeah, no, that doesn't make sense. Well, let me try clicking something and let me see if it lets me get past this. Let's see. It says, oh, it's just making me click resend it if it hasn't. So I'm going to try clicking resend it, and that should come through to your phone again.
I'll get out of this one here.
Okay.
Okay.
So now it's saying that you should tap yes on the notification, then tap 65 on the phone. So after you tap yes, it should give you some opportunity to type 65.
Hold on. I'm waiting for another email. Is that correct?
I don't think this comes by email. I think it's a notification.
No, it was an email.
Oh, it was?
Let me
That's probably a different thing. I don't think that's this notification. Notifications will typically show up on when your phone's even locked. It might show up in your text messages.
I just looked in text. It's not.
You all right?
I went back to my email and I saw the Google security alert that I was just in and got out of.
Okay. Do you have a way to lock your phone?
I have no idea.
Yeah, okay.
Never done it.
That's when you pick up your phone. Do you have to put in a code in order to access anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before you put in the code, it's locked.
Okay.
So most phones have a button you can press on the side that will put it into that state to where it requires you to put in a code in order to do anything. We want to get your phone into that state where you have to put in a code, but I don't want you to put the code in yet.
Okay.
Yeah, we might be having trouble with that because you're actually talking to me on that phone, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get it into the sleep state. Okay, let's see. What,
So do you want to call me on Corinna's phone and talk through this?
no, let's try another thing. Are you talking me through the speakerphone on your cell phone?
I am.
Okay, so can you press a home key to get back to the home page to where all your icons are on the phone? So you're out of the...
That's that right now.
You're at that now?
Where I have all my apps and things
Yeah,
and icons?
that's
Yeah,
right.
I'm there right now.
Okay, just leave it sit there. I'm going to click this resend it again and see if something appears on your screen without you touching anything. Okay?
It probably won't. I'd have to go to my email.
This doesn't come as an email. This one's not going to come as an email. That email was sent because I was testing your password from a different computer. This is a different function than what generated the email to you. Okay?
Where will this be?
I think it's just going to appear as a notification on your home screen where you're at right now without touching anything. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so just wait for a minute. It did, huh? You didn't believe me. I could tell by the sound of your voice you didn't believe me.
It's a good thing I didn't put down any money in a Vegas casino. So I'm going to hit yes, correct?
Hit yes, and then type 92.
Just click, there's 3 numbers here,
Okay, one of the numbers is 92. Is that correct?
So hit 92?
Yep.
Okay.
Boom, boom, chakalaka. My screen just advanced. past that.
Legal loves that commercial.
Okay, great. All right, that's all I have for you right now. Oh, let me ask you this. Were you aware that your Google Drive was failing to sync for quite a long time?
Yeah, I think I knew that. Yeah,
Okay.
I knew that. That was part of the, what's the word that I used? Yeah, that's part of everything that,
Part of the impetus to get a new computer? Yeah.
and that would delay in getting to Outlook or whatever, or
Yeah.
email, yeah.
Yeah. So what we just did here was we fixed that. And it needed to get fixed before we can implement and transition to the new computer.
Great.
Okay, very good. That's all I have for now.
Will we talk again tonight?
No, I don't think so. I'm wasted. I need to hang it up and get some dinner and chill out.
Hey, Corinna, Doug says he's wasted. I don't know if he's had too much to drink or he's smoking something. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
All right.
Thanks.
You're
Thank
welcome. Talk to you later. Tomorrow.
Doug,
Pardon?
tomorrow, I'm tied up until about 9:30. He's got an early morning. It's virtual, but Leon's got his parental visitation tomorrow morning.
That's fine. I'm unlikely to need you before that time.
Okay, and so at any time after 9:30, I'd be available. Okay.
Very good.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye. Okay. So how fun was that? Stream Google Drive files right to your computer. Next. Next. I think I can just click this X in the top because I don't care about any of that. It's going across all those dots across the bottom. And then there's an open Google Drive folder. Should go see what that icon is telling me now. Google Drive, and that still says unable to connect. Let's expand this. Oh, that looks like that actually created a new Google Drive. That's weird. Okay. Go down here. Users, Sheldon, Google Drive not syncing. What is going on? Unable to connect. What does this menu tell me? Quit Google Drive, help and about. Preferences is grayed out. See, I'm beginning to suspect could be an obsolete version of Google Drive, could be mixed up with his personal Google Drive account. This Google Drive says everything up to date, but we did not see any data. This folder icon takes us to the folder on the computer. Shared drives, none. My drive. Ooh, there's stuff. My documents. Ooh, there's stuff. We got stuff. Yes, we do. Let's maximize that window. There's all that stuff. Expand the C drive, expand users, expand Sheld. Now there's a Google Drive not syncing. There's no other Google Drive. When I go into this, into my documents, I bet I'm going to see that same folder structure. Yes, I do. Expand this out here, get that. So why is this Google Drive down here? I'm really thinking that this one up here is a personal Google Drive and that this is the corporate Google Drive, but it's got the same stuff. Except that this one does not have the stuff that has not yet been synced. So this one inside here has some stuff that has not been synced. The documents folder is not that. If I come up to the quick access documents, it does have that. There's one of those icons. We don't see the lowercase Baker Dillon group. Oh my, what a mess. I've got Google Drive up here, and that Google Drive that's not syncing, and this documents. Oh, caramba. This is a mess. Right click on this documents, choose properties, and find out what the location is. That is in Sheldon OneDrive documents. So that is the one that's not syncing. All right, I think I need to attack this tomorrow with a fresh mind. It's really pretty tangled mess. I think it's a tangled mess. I spent a lot longer on trying to get through this than I expected. All right, so this is whatever number video in the series of Sheldon playlist. If you would like to request a free computer support session, you can send an email to me at the address shown on your screen right now, DougBetts at LiveWindowsTraining.com. Give me an idea in the body of the email what you'd like help with, and we'll put it together. So I hope this video was useful to you. Catch you later. Have a great day. Goodbye.